feel like he's gonna have all the hard questions.
Nah.
Good to go? All right, welcome everybody to season 3, episode 37 of the Movement Podcast. It is actually the season finale of the Movement Podcast, the final episode of season 3. So we're looking forward to a great show today. Let me go ahead and introduce everybody that's in the building. Starting off with the nephew, Remzi Ali, in the back on the ones and twos, as we always appreciate him, as always, doing his thing. Then you got to the right of me, you got Big Hamza T. Also to the right of me, we got Yusuf T in the building as well. Of course, you got myself, Omar T. And today, our guest for today is Mr. Officer Mohamed Hashim in the building. Ramsey, go ahead and give him a round of applause. We appreciate him and all the great things that he does and will continue to do, because we're gonna definitely hear more stories about that. But we're looking forward to that. Like I said, looking forward to hearing his story. Today we're gonna talk about the heroic moment that Officer Hashim did with saving a toddler's life. He also earned himself a Police Officer of the Year award as a rookie. So kudos to you, Officer Hashim. And, we're going to just talk about what it's like being a Muslim police officer. He works in the city of Melvindale, so he's surrounded by a lot of Muslim people as well. So we're going to hear his stories and stuff like that. But other than that, we're looking forward to a great show. Before we do that, though, be sure to follow us on all of our socials. You got YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all under Oz Media. You'll be able to listen to the show later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. If you want to call in, the number is 313-306-1750. Again, 313-306-1750. Shout out to the sponsors, Ramsey. You got the Balkan House, Juice Box, Kahwa House, BC Adhesives, Specialty Medical Center, Hanley International Academy, and Sidbees. Ramsey, we're going to start off with the place that serves the best honey in town, which is Sidbees, and then we're going to officially get the show on the road. So shout out to Sidbees.
All right, Yusuf, it looks like we have a little dilemma in our hands. We have this deliciously smelling sabaya right in front of us, but it looks like we're missing one important thing.
Yeah, it looks like we're missing some asal, some honey.
And you know where the best place to go to for honey? That is Sidbees. Sidbees is a remarkable company that stands at the forefront of the honey industry. With an unwavering commitment to quality, being authentic, and sustainability, Sidbees has carved its name as a trusted provider of premium honey products. The company's dedication to preserving the purity of honey is evident in every jar they produce. Sidbees sets a standard that goes beyond taste. It's a brand that captures nature's essence and brings it to the discerning consumers who appreciate the true goodness that honey offers. Sidbees is not just a honey company, it's a testament to the beauty of nature and the passion to deliver excellence in every drop.
All right, we're officially back, ready to get it rolling. So first of all, let's start off with, like I said, Officer Hashim, checking in with you. How have you been? What's new with you? How's life? Talk to us, officer, man. What's going on, man?
What's going on, guys? First and foremost, I want to thank you guys for having me on this amazing podcast show.
Of course.
I also want to take a moment of silence for the doctor we lost yesterday in that car accident that happened on Michigan Avenue. And to everybody we've lost due to car accidents and health and everybody we lost in general. So I want to take a moment of silence for that.
Allah yarhamah.
Allah yarhamah. So,
talk to us about being a police officer, growing up. Where did you grow up at, by the way? Tell us a little bit about that, too.
So I grew up in the city of Dearborn, and basically I grew up also in the city of Detroit. I used to work at my family store in Detroit. So I would spend most of my time, like 12 hours throughout my day in Detroit at my family's business, and just come home and sleep and wake up and do the same thing. Ever since I was growing up as a kid, we really didn't have it like some people do. We weren't silver spooned. And this is stuff just right off the top of my head. I don't have a notepad or anything like you talk to me, and this is right off the head. We weren't silver spooned. We went through hard times, challenging times. We used to turn around to look to family to help us, and nobody would look our way, man. Me and my two other brothers. I have one older brother. His name is Mike Hacham, and one younger brother. His name is Hassan. We stuck together as we were growing up as little kids. We used to cut grass, shovel snow, and I remember we shoveled snow we had a bad snowstorm, and it was like continuous where it was snow every single day. And we cut grass, and we got a computer, a PC, like a regular laptop, and we bought, I think it was like GTA San Andreas or something, and it was like a disc that you put in the computer, and we were like just so happy and proud that we worked and earned this. And that was like a moment where we were just excited as brothers. And 2 weeks later, our house gets broken into. And I was still young, and
They took the computer?
so I come home, and someone calls the business that we had, and it was like a neighborhood pops shop, and they're trying to see if anybody is they're trying to make sure everybody's at the store, not at home. And we didn't pay no attention. It was a Saturday, and people are walking in and out, and sooner or later we're going home, and I find my bedroom window open. And I was like, someone just forget, my window open or something. But like then you got the blinds swinging out the window, and I looked like this. I was like, okay, yeah, our window is open.
Unknown caller.
My mom goes to the side door, and she finds that open. Then she's telling my dad, Allah yarhamu, he goes, she tells him, she's like, did you guys forget the door open when you guys came in the day? And then he's like, no. And then that's when I go straight to the laptop. I was like, it was my laptop before everybody. I was like, I went straight to that laptop, and it was gone. TV was gone, everything was gone, and that was the moment where it's just like, it hit in my head. I was like, someone just invaded my safe space. And a bunch of police officers from Dearborn showed up, and that's when, we felt comfort and we felt safe. And there would always be, like, for the couple weeks, cops would pass by and check up on us. They actually cared to see how we feel and stuff. So that was a moment that I realized, like, hey, this is something I might want to get into.
The origin story right there, huh?
Yeah, that was the wake up call. That was a call, like, as a kid, and then, I mean, other kids too. I feel like they probably go through what I went through when they notice their bedroom window, like especially my bed. Like my bed, used to sit on the floor because like I didn't like to sleep on a high bed as a kid. I like the ones that hit the ground, you know, like, and it was just like a piece of cushion and it was on the tile.
Yeah.
And it was right under the window. So I just imagined, like, what if I was sleeping and this guy, whoever broke in, just climbed over my head or something.
That's crazy.
So that was a moment that took a toll on me.
There you go. That was his origin story, becoming an officer. We're going to dive into more stories. I just want to check in with these fellas right here, just say hello to them. Like I said, it's a season finale, so I want to make sure we check in with Big Hams. Hams, how you been, man? And what did you think about that story that he just said too, by the way?
Honestly, man, like stuff like that is traumatizing, bro. Like honestly, like things like that could really change the way you think of life, and like it will humble you at a certain extent, and it made him who he is today as well. But man, alhamdulillah, everything's good for me, man. Can't complain. Just living, trying to be the best version of myself, man.
Shout out to Big Hams, Yusuf T. Same thing to you, man. What are your thoughts on that story and everything good with you, man?
I'm gonna start off with myself real quick. I just want to say, last show, great season. We're going on season 4 now.
Yeah.
So, great season, like I said, and I'm happy for the continuation of Oz Media. And with you, real quick, how old were you again? What you mention?
I think I was like 13.
13 years old. Do you think had they ever found the guy or woman?
Yeah, they ended up finding him, and it was just embarrassing to say who it was. So
Oh,
Okay.
we'll leave it as that then.
Yeah, we'll keep it as that. But like you said, 13 years old, working for that game and laptop, and just, as you said, very traumatizing having someone, especially when you have the window right above you, as you mentioned.
yeah.
So that's Officer Hashim's origin story. But so Officer Hashim eventually then became a police officer. And, I'm reading the article and I'm like, man, this article is intense, but I can't wait to hear you explain it because, sometimes obviously hearing it from the source itself is even better than maybe reading about it. So, there's a story that comes out that you weren't even on duty. You're off duty. And I guess you're just as a normal police officer does, I guess. You just listen to the whatever that's called. I forgot what the word is.
The radio scan.
Yeah, the radio scan. And I'm gonna let you tell the story, but this is a story of how Officer Hashim saved a toddler's life Not even on duty, by the way, but he was an officer, but off-duty officer. So tell us a little bit about that, man.
So first things first, as a first responder, no matter if you're a cop, firefighter, EMS, whatever you are, you work in the federal field, whatever, state of Michigan, you're always on duty. I'm gonna be very real with you that you're always on duty 24/7. I'm always on duty when I'm with my mom, even just shopping. I'm always looking. I'm always, even when I'm at a restaurant, I have to sit facing the door, you know. And this is all stuff that you see on social media where people post like, oh, POVs of like, my boyfriend is a cop and he's like looking at the door, but it's actually true because like, you know, you always want to identify if there's a threat. And I mean, look at it right now, 2024, you know, anything could be a threat. Our ex-president just got shot at.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, are you like, who's safe and who's not, and who's there for you and who's not. So I take it as like I'm always on duty. I always look out for, you know, my friends, whoever it is. But I'm gonna backtrack a little. When I went to the police academy, the first time, so I originally went to the police academy twice, and I'm not embarrassed to say it. I lost my dad the first time I went through the police academy, and I kind of, you know, just really stopped caring, you could say. It came to a point where I had a legal test to take, and it was just, you know, you either pass or you fail, which is like 2 months into the academy, you take a midterm, you can say, and if you pass it, and you continue. I failed it twice. And again, like, I'm never embarrassed to admit, you know, that's how I am. I'm very straightforward. So I failed it, and they told me, the director Cece at the Oakland Police Academy, shout out to him, very great guy, very humble, very caring. Like, I'm gonna let you meet this guy, and you'll see how he is with like everybody. He told me, he's like, listen, I know what you're going through. Go take a couple months off. The next class, come back, and your seat is open, no charge. Like that's almost $8,000 that he saved me, or he gave me a free $8,000 seat. And it was just because how humble he is and just the type of person he is, and you don't find that often.
Yeah.
He actually, you know, I came back and the promise he gave me was kept. I came back, I joined the police academy again, and I was like, this is it. I was like, my mind is clear, I'm good, my family's good. I was like, this is what I'm doing. I'm passing this time. And, you know, I kind of had the little upper hand a little. I had 2 months of experience of the police academy, so that went good. I tried helping all the people that I was with in the class how to not get in trouble, and avoiding them from certain things, where to hide their phone, and, you know, like I had the tips and tricks for the first couple months, but after that, I didn't know what to do. So we ended up going through, graduated, and then I think it was like a month in, 2 months in, and I'm still a rookie. I used to take my prep with me home, and I ordered a small antenna for it. So this was the day where the antenna came in, and I took my radio with me. And I would get off my shift, go home, sleep, because like I'm still new to the police force. So I would be so exhausted when I get home. You know, you got your FTO teaching you so much stuff, and you know, you just have to take all the information in. I would get home and I'm just exhausted. I would just sleep. So this day my antenna comes in, and my radio was sitting there. I plug it in, and I was like, you know what? Let me just leave it on.
The first day your antenna came in.
The first day, yeah, I ordered a shorter one because the long one we had would like always poke me in my back.
Okay.
I'm not the skinniest or fit person, you know, but like it would always poke me in my back. And I ordered the shorter antenna from Motorola and screwed it in and set my radio right there on the table next to me. I'm dozing off, and I just hear 7-3 something, Kendall Street. 10 seconds before that, I hear, you know, kids screaming, a mom yelling. Typical neighborhoods in Dearborn, right?
So you're a Melvindale police officer, but you're staying in Dearborn.
I stay in Dearborn.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so typical neighborhood in Dearborn. I hear kids playing, screaming, God knows what it is. And I hear a mom yelling at some kids, and then I hear a dispatch go off. So I was like, when I heard Kendall and 7-3, which is on my side, I was like, okay, something's going on. Screaming gets louder at this point. Then the radio transmission comes again saying the baby's choking and whatnot, and cars are coming from the west side to to our side and all this stuff. And it was all playing through my head, like, what's really going on? So I was like, this is on my street. And somehow it just snapped into my head that this is down the street from me. And the screaming got to a point where it's not normal. And you know, when a mom screams, there's that certain tone that you pick up where something serious is happening. So I was like, something serious is happening. So I hop out and I go downstairs, put my shoes on, and my brother's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I was like, someone's like choking on our street. He hops out and we just take off running down the block. And we get to the corner. I see the baby on the floor. I see people trying to, you know, provide first aid and all that stuff, but I mean, it's not the proper first aid, you know. Their type of first aid. I had someone telling me put your fingers in the baby's mouth. I had someone telling me flip the baby over and like shake him. Like, how do you do that? You know, you really don't do that. But again, it goes all to training, and this is like stuff you can find on YouTube, right, which I think everybody should go on there and see. So I administrate first aid and what I was trained to do. And luckily the baby started, you know, waking up. And when I had him, like you can see in the video, if you like zoom in closely, he was just dead meat. He was like hopeless. I flip him over. I give him, I administrate first aid, and the baby starts, you know, waking up slowly and coughing and all that. I was like, God. I was like, when I had the baby flipped over on my arms, I was like, it's either, you know, like, I saved this baby,
or he's gonna die in your arms,
or he dies in my arms and everybody says I killed him. That's typically how it goes.
Yeah.
You know, it's either A, you save the baby and someone says you saved him, or, you know, whatever. But then if something goes wrong, which you couldn't fix, people are gonna blame you for it.
And you're a rookie officer too.
And I'm a rookie, so right, like I got sweat dripping down my face and everything, and I'm just nervous. But again, it was good nervous. So once the baby started breathing and crying and all that stuff, I was like, thank God.
Did whatever they were choking on come out too? Or?
Yeah, so the baby, whatever he was choking on, he started to spit it out. It was like pieces of chicken and rice and all that stuff, you know. And I guess he just couldn't swallow the food the right way. And by that time, I rushed the baby to the police officers. I was like, let's transport this baby. And you know, shout out to the Dearborn police officers, man. They do an amazing job. Again, they're the guys that came out were great guys. They made sure the baby was okay until in stable condition until EMS arrived. But it all played out the right way, man.
Can you give this guy a round of applause, man? This guy jumps into the situation and as a rookie police officer and ends up being a hero, and I bet you that family is still thankful for you to this day. I'm sure you probably still see them in the area.
They're actually a Yemeni family too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, they probably make dua for you anytime they can, man.
So before that incident, her other son got hooked onto the fence. So I was like, you know, that first incident, I told her, you know, Hajja, you really need to watch out for your kids. You know, you can't be having them running all over the place. And there was like a fish hook. It was on the fence. Like one of the bars was sticking out, and her son, I guess, was running and just clipped him in the mouth. And
the mouth?
Yeah, like, and it poked out of his mouth right here.
God.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Last week, I was going to work.
Same house?
No.
I was about to say.
Last week, I was going to work, and literally there's a Jeep parked in the middle of Greenfield, and two ladies are just waving down cars for help. Another baby's choking.
Oh, man.
So I went down, and, you know, by that time, the baby, you know, was starting to, you know, breathe, and you could see the baby talking and stuff. But it's just, it's the smallest things, man. It's 2 minutes of your time to go on and see how to save a baby that's choking.
I mean, can you give us a quick, you know, rundown of what should people do? We can.
It's I don't have a baby.
Oh, okay.
In front of me, but I mean,
we got a lot of dolls in the house. Should have told her, man.
If you do,
yeah.
It's typical. It's literally on YouTube, man. You search it up. You know, first aid baby choking, for example. You know, there's a lot of calls that come out for minors, for little kids choking. You guys probably don't see them because they don't post all of it on the news, but there's a lot of babies that choke, man. Regardless in a car, home, but there's a lot of them, man. And this is something I feel like it should start at the hospital when you get your kid.
Yeah.
You know, they should teach you that at the hospital, or put you a quick little video while you're just chilling there on your phone.
Yeah.
Because like you hear it like at night, I hear it on my radio.
Yeah.
I hear, you know, rescue go into a house for a 3-year-old, 4-year-old choking or not breathing.
Yeah, real quick. What's the time stable of when choking? Because I feel like that's a quick.
It's
time.
quick, man. It all depends how closed the airways are also.
Right.
So, I mean, if like you swallowed something that's going to shut down your airway, you know, I mean, hold your breath. How long can you hold it for? You know, and especially for a baby, their lungs are very like, small, you know. And again, I say, man, this all goes to parenting. It really all goes to parenting. But again, my parents didn't know how to do it either when they had me.
Yeah.
They probably would have smacked me across the face and told me, go ahead.
You know, a hard hit in the back, and that's about it.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Hamza, what's up? What's your thoughts on that story, man?
No, that's an amazing story, man. Just being able to save somebody's life, I feel like that would be like on your chest the whole time, like dang, I saved somebody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you'd be
It's a top.
feel good about yourself.
It's for sure a top moment of your life. You know what I mean?
Like you'd always remember that, and they'd always remember it as well, like you said. But no, that's amazing, man. That's an amazing story.
What's gonna make that story greater is whatever that kid ends up being in life. You know, inshallah, something successful, and it's like you feel like that. Obviously, you helped in that part just by that one incident. So from that incident, I'm not gonna say that's just from that incident, obviously, because it seems like you've been doing a great job. You eventually received the 2023 Michigan Association of Police, or MAP, Police Officer of the Year award. So tell me, you know, receiving that award, I'm sure. You know, you probably, as a rookie, you probably didn't expect to get an award like that. But, you know, what were your thoughts when you got the award?
So when I got approached about it, I was told that, hey, you're going to have to be... I was approached by my chief, which was a lieutenant at the time. Very great guy. Chief Robert Canale. Most amazing chief you'll ever probably... You know, shout out to all the chiefs. They're all great. But this is the experience I have with him.
Yeah.
Very great guy. Basically, you know, like a father figure. Anytime I need something, I go to him, or if I need someone to talk to, I go to him. He's very understanding. His wife is very understanding also. You know, he's very involved. You're not just a number in our department. That's what I like to say. You're not just labeled as, you know, like, I'm badge number 6. I'm not just labeled as badge number 6. I'm actually labeled as Hacham.
Yeah.
You know, everybody knows each other. You can talk to this guy, you know, you can vent to him, you can cry, you can, you know, he's a great chief. You can't ask for nothing more. You need something, he's going to get it done for you. I was approached by him, and he's like, hey, I need you at this place at this time, you know, and what am I going to tell him? No?
Yeah.
Right.
Were you worried when he said that, though? Tell the truth.
I was like, okay, chief.
Yeah.
You know, and then he's like, okay. Imagine me telling him no.
Yeah.
So I went there, and, you know, he told me you're going to be receiving an award, 1, 2, 3. And I was like, I looked at him like this. I was like, I don't think I gave him the right response he was looking for, but I was just like, I don't know how to accept it. You know what I mean? And, you know, especially, you know, it's just every officer does it. It's all our duties. You know, I'm not just saying because I saved the baby and I'm better than everybody else. No, every officer in every state in the United States is a good officer. They're all out there saving babies. They're all out there doing, you know, their duties, and they're out there protecting and serving. So big thank you to everybody that's a police officer or in the police force or medical, whatever it is. But yeah, I went there, and there was the award, and I got presented the award. And I was still in shock. My mom was there. And it was just a lot to take in.
Yeah, I mean, dude, first of all, as a rookie, that's amazing. Because there, I mean, let's be honest, there's probably people that are in the field for over 20 years that probably don't ever receive it. So kudos to you. And then something else came from that situation it was a Good Morning America story written about this as well. So, you know, what was that? I mean, Good Morning America is probably the biggest morning show in the country. So how did that come about?
So I got overwhelmed by all the news stations. The last one I said in my head, I was like, that's it. It's just going to be Good Morning America, and I'm done.
They could all get their stories from them now. You know what I mean?
So then I'm doing all these interviews, and I'm taking time off work, and, you know, I don't know if I overwhelmed my department with it, but then I start getting, you know, calls from New York. They want to fly me out.
Really?
And I was like, in my head, I was like, God, there's no way. There was a show in New York. I can't remember the name of it, but they're like, yeah, we're going to book you a hotel. We're going to book you a flight, 2 days. And I was like, you know, like, do I want to take it or do I not? So I kept on thinking about it. They're like, yeah, we're going to book you everything. So there was 2 shows in New York, actually big shows, that actually wanted me to fly out. Actually, Good Morning America wanted me to fly out there also, but I just couldn't do it, man. We spoke about Diane earlier, and I'm going to tell you something that refers back to that. There was the day before when I was about to agree to go, I just felt dizzy, man. I woke up in the morning, I felt like dizzy. I wanted to throw up, and all that stuff took into play, which you believe in it. I believe in it also, and I just felt like complete shutting down.
Yeah.
It was just too much. I was like, this is it. Like, I'm done. I'm giving everybody what they want. Now I need a break. You know, I'm still on FTO. You know, I'm still getting taught how to become a cop.
Yeah.
You know, I have to worry about that before I worry about media. And I was like, you know what? I'm sorry, I can't fly out. You know, the offer seems good, but I just can't do it. They were gonna pay for a flight, hotel, food, 2-day stay, and it was like a hotel of my choice. And you know, I would have picked the most expensive hotel in New York,
especially in New York.
Yeah.
Probably got the best of the best.
Exactly. So I was like, they're pay for everything and a car to pick me up, drive me around. So I couldn't take it, man. I was just, I'm done. I was like, I'm done.
But the article itself, though, they end up writing the article or doing the story on it too?
Good Morning America, they did the whole interview with me on Zoom. They're like, we'll just do it on Zoom and call it from there. Then I started receiving letters to my department from people from like Florida, Tennessee, and I received awards from a bunch of other people. Like, I started receiving now stuff in the mail, you know, thank you letters, good job letters. I received a couple of gifts, couple of challenge coins. I received like 2 awards, and I received an award from the city council. The city council in Dearborn recognized me.
Oh, the Dearborn one.
The Dearborn City Council was the only people that recognized me.
Not even Melvindale.
No, so we'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that in a second. Dearborn City Council were the only people that recognized me, and that was big.
Yeah.
Other than that, you know, I expected other people, you know, to talk to me and talk to me about the situation, but you know, sometimes it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's okay. I don't hold, you know, grudges against anybody, but.
Right.
Again, that was something big. The Dearborn City Council gave me an award, and it was signed by all of them. Now, my city itself, they also recognized me. They also made a holiday in the city after me.
No.
Yeah.
What's the holiday?
Officer Hacham, Officer Hacham Day.
So is it the same day that you saved the child's life, or is it?
No, it's not the same day. Honestly, I have to go back and see what day it was. But
That's funny. You have a holiday after you in Melvindale.
yeah, from Mayor Nicole.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
Yep.
That's sweet.
She's.
By the way, this is like a 1-year anniversary. This happened last year, right around August
so
or so.
it should be coming up. Honestly, I'm not too sure on the date.
Yeah.
But it should be coming up, and I'm thinking of doing something special for the kids. We don't know yet.
Let us know, man. We would love to be involved, man.
I'm working on something, and I'm just trying to plan out something for the kids in our city. So I just don't know what it is. Yeah, maybe you can help me out.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. We can make something happen, inshallah. Shout out to Officer Hashim here. What a great story. Wanted to hear all about it, and now we got a chance to hear it firsthand. You guys, any final comments before we run this next ad right quick and give Officer Hashim a break, because he's been spitting these last 20 minutes or so. So any final comments or anything?
man.
All right, good to go. All right, so Yusuf Ramsey, we're going to give a shout out to our next sponsor, which is Qahwa House. You know, we're enjoying ourselves a nice little coffee here from Qahwa House while having this show. We appreciate them and their support, and then we're going to keep things rolling. We're going to talk about being a Muslim police officer and everything else. So shout out to Qahwa House.
You know, if you're ever in need for some coffee, then you have to stop by the best place in the country. You know what that is, Yusuf?
Yeah, man, it's gotta be the Qahwa House.
It's definitely the Qahwa House. It's the first Yemeni coffee shop of its kind. You can stop by Qahwa House to try their famous Yemeni lattes, Adani Shahis, Mafawad, and Jubani coffees. You can also stop by to try their delicious pastries, such as the Yemeni favorite sabaya, everything mini bites, and they even serve sambusas. They have locations in Michigan, New Jersey, New York, and Illinois, with more locations coming to a state near you. So no matter where you're at in the country, be sure to stop by Kahwa House and get a glimpse of what the Yemeni culture is all about. Also, don't forget to download the new Kahwa House app. You can now order your coffee and go, skipping the line entirely. It's like having your own personal barista.
Like right now?
Nah, that's all right. I don't want you to put, no pressure or anything. I mean, actually, you know what, man? We maybe should, because I could pull this as a clip. You know what I mean? That could be a whole separate clip of how to save someone if they're choking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, we'll do it in the next ad, because I don't want Ramsey, because we need Ramsey, or one of you guys can go as soon as you walk in the house, it's on the couch. You'll see it's like a big doll sitting there, solid size doll. If you want to go grab it,
right.
We want to show you guys the proper way of helping somebody while they're choking, since we have you guys here and we have the officer here. But while he is doing that, why is it important for positive news? Because obviously this was a positive story that you did. Unfortunately, with the officers nowadays, people are not getting a lot of positive stories. They're not getting a lot of positive press. And me, like I believe in not just in officers and the firefighters. I believe in all public, workers that are doing great things, that we don't appreciate them enough, So why is it important for positive news to be put out there for police officers, especially in today's society?
Like you said, I don't think it's just police officers in general. I think it's everybody that's out here putting their life on the line. That's probably the best way you can say it. Everything you see on social media, for example, from people getting pulled over and basically telling the cop how to do their job and all that stuff, officers get recognized for one thing, and there's a lot of, bad stuff being put out there against cops. Okay. A lot of people trying to defund the police. A lot of people trying to say, we don't need the police. But let me tell you something. Who are you going to call when domestic violence is going on? Who are you going to call when you get into a car accident? Who are you going to call when someone's holding you gunpoint and trying to steal something from you? Right? A lot of people everybody's just sitting there, defund the police. We don't need the police. And it gets to a point where, okay, you don't need the police, but yet you're calling them. You know what I mean? Like you're sitting there saying you don't need police, but you're calling us. You cannot not have the police. You have to have police. You have to have police presence. You have to have law and order and protection. If there's no law and order, everybody's just gonna be running all over the place, doing whatever they want. And let's just you can't do that. You can't really have all that, man.
I believe it's one of those things where I don't think we appreciate what we have until it's all gone, kind of thing, man.
Exactly. When you sit there and defund the police and you wipe out the whole police force and you don't need police, who's gonna take justice in their own hands? You're gonna have people out here shooting and killing. You're gonna have people out here. Is there certain things I can't say or I can't?
I mean, you can say whatever you want to say, man.
Like I said, you're gonna have people out here shooting and killing. You're gonna have people out here robbing each other. And is that really what you want?
Not at all.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. And I'm gonna say this also. In every profession, there's a bad apple.
Yeah.
Every profession, no matter if you're a doctor, nurse, mechanic, whatever you are, in every profession, there's a bad apple. And I'm gonna tell you something. In the profession of law enforcement, there's less bad apples than there is in other professions. We're wearing body cams. That doesn't mean if we have it on or off, we're not going to be the way, professional. We're not going to be professional. We are going to be professional, regardless if we have a body cam or not. Our car cameras are on, and we're still going to be professional. I'm still going to treat you how you deserve to be treated, okay? Regardless of the fact, it's just in every profession there's a bad apple. I can say, sit down and say I don't like nurses for the experience I dealt with when my dad was in the hospital. I can sit there and say nurses are not, how people talk about the police.
Right.
But do I? I don't.
It's like teachers too. Like I've witnessed teachers, and obviously not every teacher is teaching.
Exactly. And I've had bad teachers too. I had teachers not believe in me.
Yeah.
And you know what? I tell every teacher right now, look at me now. There was a lot of teachers, man. And I wasn't that cool kid. I wasn't the cool kid with the Nike shirt. I wasn't the cool kid with, Nike shoes or that good looking kid. No, I had shoes in school that were ripped. I had shorts that would come down below my knees. And that's how teachers would look at it. You know, they won't look at you. They won't look at you.
I
And
agree.
I feel bad for the kids in school right now. I feel so bad for them because shout out to the good ones. But, you know, again, I go back to say in every profession, there's a bad apple. And people just hold the police accountable for literally every single thing. And they look at us as like we're the suspects and we're the bad guys, which we're not. Again, I go back to tell you, I can say I don't like nurses. Or how people talk about us, I could talk about nurses because of the treatment my dad received when he was in the hospital. But I don't say that.
Yeah.
Or the treatment we received when we wanted to go see him. I don't say that.
No, I agree. Every profession does have.
And it doesn't. There's no better way to say it than how I just said it. There's no better way.
Yeah.
Because we just get labeled the most because people want to sit there and become street lawyers. And I tell them, there's times I've told people, I was like, don't be a street lawyer because you don't know what you're talking about. I do this for a living. They sit there and watch a 2-second TikTok and they sit there and try to imply it to me on the road. You know what I mean? Like, or they tell me I don't have to give you my ID. You're gonna give me your ID. You know, then at that point that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm approaching you politely and I approach everybody politely, but the second I start to feel like you're trying to raise the bar, you're not stepping over me. You know, I still have a tone and something to set. You're not gonna stop. You're not gonna walk over me, and that's something they teach you in the academy. Do not let someone walk over you, because the second they do, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done. You've showed them everything they need to keep walking over you, and I never let that get to that point. And just that's me in general. You know, I'm cool with everybody. I treat everybody the way they want to be treated. I don't give everybody a ticket. You know, sometimes it's a teaching lesson, but hey, if I pull you over more than one time, you obviously didn't learn the first time.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I got brothers too. As a kid, I've done stupid things. You know, and I teach them. But then you got kids that you tell them the first time. There's no second time. You get one chance in life, man. You know, and just everybody sits there, you know, F the police, F this, F that. No, we're cops are out there to teach you and tell you how to become a better person. Because, for example, maybe I'm jumping.
No, right ahead.
For example, we're dealing with a lot of young teenagers in the city of Melvindale that are just recklessly driving, you know, and look how many kids we've lost to that.
Yeah.
We've lost a lot of kids, man. We've had cars end up inside a house, you know, and then we get labeled as the bad people. Why we're impounding cars, why we're giving tickets. You know, it starts at home. Parenting starts at home. But then we're the parents on the street. You know, I get it. They're not my kids, but they're my brothers and sisters at the end of the day. I have to look over those people. You know, there's a lot of kids, man, I've stopped. A lot of them. And they know me. If they watch this, and there's a lot of them that tell me, man, you're cool. You let me go because I blew a red light. You know, it's my judgment if I want to give you a ticket. Yes, not everybody should receive a ticket or any of that. A ticket, it's not a learning lesson to most people. They're going to pay it. They're going to go back out, do the same exact thing. No, I actually take the time. I'll tell you. It's going to be a warning in the computer. Second time you get caught, you're done. And I've had people who drive by me at 30 miles per hour because that's the speed limit that's posted. When they drove past me at 50 miles per hour in a 30 mile per hour zone. It just took that little bit to talk to them. But then you got kids that you talk to them the first time. Then you got them drag racing down Allen Road, which is a main road in our city. Or trying to evade the police by taking a side street and getting away from the cops. Okay, you're getting away from us, but do you know there's undercovers watching you? Do you know there's maybe a state trooper in the air? You know, the second we call it out, someone's watching you. You know, and again, when they try to evade the police, they start blowing stop signs. They just start speeding down the street. They start doing something reckless. And they stop caring about human life. Now, you got, God forbid, you know, you're crossing that street and this guy wants to blow that stop sign because he's trying to avoid us.
It just happened yesterday, you know, with the doctor lady.
Yeah, and it did happen yesterday. And actually, we stopped somebody yesterday. And it took someone took it to Facebook. They created, so we stopped this person yesterday, and someone created a Facebook yesterday and wanted to take something to one of our pages called Melvindale Takes a Village and post something about Officer Hacham being a bad cop, why I was yelling at this kid. It's all on body cam. I have nothing to deny or hide. You know, they took it to Facebook. But again, the Facebook was created seconds after this kid got pulled over. Because you can see when you created this Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, we're not dumb.
Yeah.
And they took on there all this guy, Officer Hashim needs to watch how he talks, how he does his job. I'm scared for my kids if they get pulled over by him. No, I have a whole roll of stickers that I give to kids. You should see how I police with kids. I get down, I play volleyball with kids, I play basketball. And this Facebook was created, and it was blasting me for pulling over a kid that was trying to evade the police, basically take off on my partner.
Yeah.
Because he was drag racing on Allen Road with a Hellcat, you know, and everybody's always in denial. And comes down a side street, blows a stop sign, takes another street. Mind you, he doesn't see me at the gas station. I drive an all-black Explorer, and my police logo is in black. I'm at the other side of the gas station, and my partner's at the 7-Eleven. He sees my partner at the 7-Eleven, but doesn't see me. I can see him cracking his neck all the way back, looking at my partner, but he still doesn't see me.
Yeah.
And like he's doing one of these, and he's looking at my partner while I'm just like, I'm doing this. I was like, okay, I got you. And I see my partner rolling behind him, and blows the stop sign, tries to take the side street. Mind you, you got 2 cops watching you now. You really can't get far.
Yeah.
And you're gonna run. We have an amazing chase policy. We could chase you. Now you're endangering yourself. Now I'm gonna get you. So that's,
And then especially with all the stuff that's happened, especially lately with all these speeding and accidents, and that has been fatal for some people too, which is very sad. I think, believe it or not, I think the majority are not with you guys. Like I know in Hamtramck, so many people are calling for impounding cars. I know in Dearborn the same thing, and I'm sure it's like that in Melvindale. So I believe it or not, I believe the mindset is starting to shift. Obviously, these young fellas are not going to agree with it. But in general, I guarantee you, if you did a poll, I guarantee you 75 to 80% of the people would say be very aggressive when it comes to how to handle these speedsters that are, you know, got no regard to their life and to the people who are around them, man.
So I'm gonna set you up a ride along with me.
I can't wait for that.
And I want this to be a special episode. I'm gonna showcase the whole city. I don't care if we take 12 hours out of my day.
I don't care if we take 12 hours my day either.
I'm gonna take you and just show you around and show you what we deal with on a day-to-day basis. Again, these kids leave the house. Their parents are at home. We're the older brothers now, or we're the older sisters, because we have females on the force too. We're the older brothers, and we're out there enforcing. You know, again, I could be a brother and teach you, but then if you don't want to learn, there's consequences. You know, you're gonna have to pay some fines. You're gonna get impounded. We're done. I'm gonna be flat out right now. I'm done with brakes.
When it comes to speeding,
reckless driving, whatever you're doing, that's not you following the law or traffic laws, I'm done with it. I've gave too many breaks, and you know, thank God those people I gave break to, like I gave them a break, they followed them and they listened because I can see them. But we're done with breaks in general in the whole city. We're done with it. We're losing too many people to one person's actions. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that person that's being stupid is the one that's staying alive.
Yeah, that's crazy. So shifting off from that, I think Hamza, Yusuf, can you grab that right quick, man? And then I think Hamza got this from out of his car. I just want to make sure. Where did you get this from, Hamza?
From your house.
Oh, okay. I wanted to make sure. I do have daughters, for those that don't know. And so she actually just got this doll right here. Is this big enough, by the way? Is like a good size right here? You can show us a demonstration.
I'll
Okay. So if you can maybe and keep the camera on him, you might have to like lift it up to like here, because I'm seeing that the camera's pretty much cutting you off right here. So however way you're gonna do it, you know, give us like a quick maybe 1 minute, 15 seconds.
I'll do what I can.
All right, go ahead, Ramsey. Put that on him. You could like keep it lifted. Let me just make sure that the camera's on you and showing you. That's just a little bit of a delay right there. But yeah, Yep. If you keep it right there, that's actually a perfect situation. So yeah, can you demonstrate for us? What do you do if a toddler is choking? Maybe lift it up just a little bit higher. Yep, that's good. Yep, perfect.
Right. So it's typically something like this. Okay, you flip the baby like on the stomach, and you just give them back blows. It all depends on the age of the baby also. Some babies you can't really like just pound on their back like that, you know, and give them first aid like that. So flip the baby like this, give them back blows, and then you just flip them over. You see if you got a response or not. You know, I'm not doing it that perfect right here because just the size of this, but you flip them back over. If you get a response, you do. If not, you just continue, keep doing what, flip the baby over again, give them back blows again. You turn them over, you get a response, you get a response. If you don't, you got to keep trying.
Yeah.
You know, and it all depends on the age of the baby too. Not every baby can get back blows. So like,
what do you do if the baby is younger than that?
It all depends. So the baby's younger. Sometimes you can't give them back blows. You got to go a little bit lighter. Sometimes you just, I mean, if you get to the baby and the baby's gone, you really can't do nothing. You know, you could try, but there's not much sometimes you can do.
Yeah.
And a baby's lungs is so big, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. It was a good little demonstration that we can. Hamza, you want to take it back to your car or no? All right. With that said, go ahead and give him a round of applause, by the way. Shout out to Officer Hashim for that nice demonstration as well. So, keeping things rolling.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead, Yusuf.
So earlier you were talking about the speeding part and everything. I've always wondered, let's say the speeding limit is like 45. And then you see a bunch of cars going 50 or 60, all like in different lanes.
Following flow of traffic.
Following the flow. Are you gonna ever get a new one from that? Or no?
No, I mean, let me tell you something. If the speed limit is 45 and someone's going 55.
No, I'm saying let's say each lane they're all going at least 60 or like higher, but they're all going. Like, how do you determine which one to grab?
Well, let's say the highway when you go, the speed limit is 55, but people going 70 usually.
I mean, you're not gonna sit there and really catch everybody. You're gonna catch one person, and that person's gonna tell you, "Oh, but he was doing that. He was doing that." Okay, how do you know that person next to you was going that fast?
Gotcha.
You know, I'm the one with the radar gun, not you. No, that's why I specifically use our radar guns because I pick out the car. You know, and some people tell me, "Oh, how do you know it's me?" Because I literally picture your car, and my laser is hitting at your car. You know, and it's just some people try to argue, oh, no, it's not me. It was the other car. No, it's you. We got streets we got Oakwood that starts from Enterprise all the way down to Schaefer. It's 30 miles per hour. And if I catch you going 40, you're getting a ticket. Because let me tell you why. It's not just because of the speed limit being 30 and I'm just trying to give that's what everybody thinks. We're trying to give everybody tickets. No, we have a school zone. We have a school lady that almost got hit by someone doing at least 55 down Oakwood. We have a school zone over there, and I sit specifically in that school zone, so not one kid gets hit. You know, again, there's streets that I care about, and I enforce them because those streets specifically need enforcement because of the kids crossing the road, 7 a.m. You know, some people are not even wide awake; they're just zooming past you. And imagine a little kid getting smacked.
Yeah. No, I agree, man, and kudos to you, man. Doing great work. Ahmed Rahal, thank you, officer, for the great survivor tutorial. Thank you, OZ, for putting this out and educating us. Of course, appreciate you, Ahmed Rahal. Someone asked, does the officer do IBL league, like playing the IBL basketball league? But you said you're only a football guy.
No,
so.
it's just football.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know who that. I mean,
You said football?
Bucket
What
AHD.
position?
Center.
Center?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You were a center?
Yeah.
How big were you, man? Were you that
Man,
big?
I was that big, man. If I show you my pictures, I was 480 pounds.
No. Wow, mashallah. So you just...
Yes, I had another body inside me, man. I was just 480 pounds. And, dude, I think I was like the biggest guy on the team.
Mashallah. I cannot see... I can't believe it, man. That's funny, man.
It was because we would always be working, and it was always like fast food. It's all we would eat. And, like, ever since I was little, we would just eat fast food. Whatever we can grab and snack on, we would just eat chips, pop, but whatever we could fill up our stomachs with, keep going throughout the day. We didn't have, like, a sit-down meal at home.
Yeah.
You know, there was times we didn't even have money to sit down and eat. We would just eat rice.
Yeah.
Rice and olive oil. There was days we went just rice and olive oil.
Kudos to you, man. Came a long way and doing great things. So, the big question also is like, being a Muslim police officer, does that really change much the way that you are as a police officer, or is it no different than any of your other brothers and sisters who are non-Muslim? Like, what is it like being a Muslim police officer?
It really doesn't change everything, but you just blew my cover because everybody doesn't really think I'm Arabic.
Oh, okay, my bad. Messed that up. I mean, Officer Mohamed Hashim.
No, it says Hacham right here, but I mean, typically when I get stopped, people get surprised, like, "Oh, you're Arabic?"
You know what's funny? I definitely can see, like, people can probably think like, oh, this guy is probably not.
Like typical, people just think I'm a typical white boy.
Yeah.
And like,
First instance, I'm thinking you're Irish.
really?
Little
That's what I got.
or European.
Really?
Are you Lebanese?
I'm full Lebanese.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, full Lebanese. Like,
Yeah, honestly, I'm like you could fall for like Bosnian.
Bosnian too, Albanian. I got, and I would just, like, even now I get the calls and I just, okay, I'm listening, and you hear all the BS talk.
The Arabic talking
Yeah,
about.
you just hear them cussing us out, and like you just try to hear someone try to cover up something, and then I obviously got to do my job. If you're trying to hide something, I got to step in. Yo, my man, you can't be really threatening someone like that, but.
But I gotta ask this question because he's in the building now. He did comment on Instagram, and I was being sarcastic. I was like putting a lot of pressure on him, so I'm gonna put a lot of pressure on you right now.
Go ahead.
You got Mr. Mohamed Saad in the building. M65 Saeed. I'm sorry, M65. Do you want to answer the question of who's your favorite a person to work with, or
He said he commented that right now.
no? I
on
think he
Instagram?
commented it on Instagram. Yeah.
So I'm 6'5".
Oh, you're M65.
So he's
okay.
M67, or sometimes he's M63, right?
Okay.
Or M10.
What does that stand for?
Just our numbers, like when we're on the road.
Okay.
We go over the radio. But Saeed is a good guy, man. He's a character.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mohamed Saeed. I've started with him ever since we started at the same time. We have the same time on the job, and great guy to work with. He's very passionate, likes to go out there and hunt, and I'm the same way. I like to hunt. We're like buzzing bees at night.
Yeah.
I was on night shift, but I just went to new ones. But dude, at night you'll see us like buzzing bees, me and him just roaming through the street. And then we have also Officer Ayub that works with us. I still say us because I still think that I'm still on nights, but Officer Ayub also is out with us. We're just roaming bees, man. If we see something, we stop it, and we're just very proactive. We're a very proactive city. If we see something out of the ordinary, we're checking it out. If you're rolling through and we think, you give us the, am I allowed to cuss or no?
I mean, you could do whatever you
I'm
want.
not trying to cuss so bad, but
Yeah.
I mean, like if you give us the oh shit look,
Yeah.
we're gonna be like, oh shit, this guy's up to something.
Yeah.
That's how it goes, And we're like buzzing bees, man. We like to make sure everybody's okay, and some people got money and assets that needs to be protected, and not just that, money and assets. You got kids, you got homes, you got people that are trying to find the slightest opportunity to break in. Sometimes we get assistance from Lincoln Park. Sometimes we get assistance from Dearborn. We all assist each other, State police, we utilize them a lot. Their choppers always in our area. Their troopers are always in our area, and they actually went through a heroic. There was these guys trying to break into a lot that we have, and steal these cars. And Saeed and Officer Ahmed and another officer, his name is Officer Milanovic. Thank God they're okay, but they were trying to take these guys off the road, and I'm just happy they're okay, man. That was a very bad incident that they went through, and it kind of takes a toll on it.
Yeah.
But Saeed, I call him, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I call him my canine. Because he's the runner, I'm the driver.
Yeah.
Like whenever, like this guy can run.
Yeah.
When I tell you running, like you got 50 pounds of gear on you, like I can't run that fast. I can run. I'm gonna run to a certain extent. Like when if you're running, I'm gonna run after you. But this guy will be running. I remember when it was like 2 weeks on the road, when we first started by ourselves, and there was this guy I stopped. He was walking on foot. He was jaywalking, and I stopped him to inform him why not to jaywalk. But then it led to something else, and luckily me and him are still alive this day. And this incident happened where the guy took off on foot. Mind you, the guy's like 6'4", built, just got out of prison. and I'm running after this guy, and then I got my little canine Saeed. He's just jetting behind this guy. Dude, this guy's fast.
No,
Small, like, yeah, this guy can hop fences and all that. Like, I can hop fences too, but like, you know, it's just there's a certain extent you can keep going. But
no, I like that, man. I mean, sometimes you gotta know, what person does something.
You know, there's that's how we play it out. You know, he could do something that I can't do. You know, or we work perfectly together. You know, if it's like, if I gotta lift him up on a stop, I lift him up. If he has to lift me up, he lifts me up. Our egos are not too high. Our egos are not high at all, actually. He doesn't show off on me. I don't show off on him. You know, there's sometimes where people think they're better than each other. That really doesn't fly like that, man. I know something you don't.
Yeah.
You know, and we ended up chasing this guy, and thank God we caught him.
Yeah.
There's, you know, I'm gonna say one thing that I gotta boost my ego about. You know, when it comes to driving, you're
Whipping it.
yeah, don't yeah.
That's funny.
Dude, I've been driving and legally racing ever since I was like 19,
Define legally racing, by the way.
which is at the track,
At an actual track.
at an actual track.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
There's a smirk on your face right now, man.
I'm saying legally.
Yeah.
Okay, it was legally racing. I actually got second place in my academy for the driving. I got second place, man. Yeah, I can.
good.
I got some good driving skills.
What kind of cars do you guys use?
Right now we got Explorers. We're getting some new cars. Hopefully we're in the works of a special sports car.
Nice.
I see people driving like Tahoes now, or Denali's.
Yeah, we got Tahoes. Hopefully we're getting. You know, okay, you know what? I'm just put it out there. You guys are the first to know. We're probably gonna.
Can we get an air horn right quick? Can we get an air horn,
You guys
Rams,
are gonna
before?
get this.
Here we go.
We're in the works of a Mustang. It might be a GT something, whatever, GT 500 or something,
350.
or
Oh, that's
350,
something
or
crazy.
we might be getting a Scat Pack. So it's
No, you know what's crazy? I actually saw a Mustang. It was off Davidson.
Really?
Yeah, it was parked up on the grass. And what is that? And I saw a computer, and it was cops.
Yeah.
Blacked out Mustang. No, nothing.
so
Detroit.
Yeah, Davidson.
Okay.
Davidson.
By the way, Mohamed Saeed is. I think we need to have like a Mohamed Saeed versus Officer Hashim legal racetrack race, because he said, "Tell him he ain't better than me on driving, and he knows it." So he's
said
Mohamed Saeed.
no, we're both good. How about that?
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, he's like my brother, and if my brother is better than me,
Yeah.
he's better than me.
Shout out to Ziad, a great friend of ours, also a friend of the podcast. He said, "You spoke a lot about what not to do when we're pulled over. What should I be doing to make sure that things go smooth when someone gets pulled over?"
It's the easiest things, man. We approach the car. You know, obviously we have most of the information on our computer, but you know, we don't have everything. Just put your hands on the steering wheel.
Really?
Lower down all your windows.
All of them?
Yeah, lower. You can. I mean, most of these cars are all tinted now.
Yeah.
Drop down all your windows. I know that's what I do. Even if I'm a cop, I still do it. I have a pickup. I even slide my back window open. The one on the pickup trucks, I slide that open. Drop all your windows. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Yes, officer. No, sir. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You know, and it's all respect. You're gonna give me respect. I'm gonna give you respect. If you're gonna sit there and turn around and tell me, "Oh, what do you need my ID for?"
We're starting off on a bad foot.
Yeah, then we're on a bad foot. But then again, there's times where we start off on a bad foot where these people had a bad interaction with these other cops. You know, and then they try to put that on us. Again, I tell you, I can say every profession has a bad apple. I'm not those other cops or whoever you ran into. You know, I'm here to do my job and go home at the end of the day. You know, I got a family that I got to go home to. Saeed has a family. Everybody in the Melvindale Police Department has a family. But again, we border so many cities, and we're a 3 square mile city. You can say less than that by a little, but we're the drain for everything, for all the problems, for shootings. We just had a couple shootings happen on Outer Drive for a road rage incident that happened that went into a shooting where they went in the neighborhood and started shooting at each other. You know, we're just like the drain, but again, we just try to control everything. That's why I say we're like buzzing bees. You know, put your hands on the steering wheel. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. It doesn't get easier than that, man. You know, because at the end of the day, I don't know who you are, and you don't know who I am. You know, and you can be that one person that wants to shoot me. Well, that one day. God forbid, And there you go. I just seen a video where some guy a cop was pulling a car over. He didn't even get out yet, him and his partner. Car's pulling over. They get to a 2-second stop. The cops didn't even get out, and the guy's just through the back window, just spraying them. Thank God those guys are okay. So
Yeah. No, that's obviously, it's a very dangerous field, and you guys have to be on alert. So the least that we can do as the citizens or civilians is to just listen, because I'm sure that you guys are got a lot going on, and you're trying to do your job too. So the last question before we move into the questions game and the motivation that hopefully you have is basically, tell me what's the best part about being an officer, and tell me maybe what's the toughest part about being an officer.
Best part about it is I can't do a desk job. I can't sit behind a desk. I don't know how people do it, but I'm just not that type, to sit behind a desk and customer service on a computer, and I just can't do a desk job. The best part about it is every day it's something new. Every day it's something new. You go in and it's something new today.
Right.
What is it gonna be? You just hope it's nothing that you don't want it to be, but sometimes you might have to run and gun after somebody. Sometimes you might have to chase a felon. Sometimes, you got a felon coming into your city from another city. Sometimes, it's new. It's a new day. Some people hate their job. Some people hate going into their job, man. I see it. There's people that hate going into their desk job that they do every single day. No, I actually like it, man. You go in, every day it's new. And it's a learning experience every day. You learn something new. You learn how this guy's having a bad day, how his day got ruined. So
What's the tough part? Did you say the tough part or no?
no, tough part is kids, man. Yeah, kids. That's the toughest. I love kids.
When they're victims or when they're the problem?
I mean, obviously, when they're the problem, you really don't want to deal with them that much. But no, when they're victims, man, I love kids a lot. I love little kids. I like helping them because it's something that I've never had. I've never had somebody help me as a little kid, And if it's if I could be a role model to them and help them out, it's just, you play ball, they get happy. You do this, you play basketball, they get happy. You give them a sticker, they get happy. You go treat them to some ice cream, they get happy, And when they're victims or their mom and dad are fighting, and then you just see these toddlers just sitting there looking at their mom and dad fighting, which we've had before. You'll see the little kid, looking at his dad and mom fighting. Or you see this lady trying to take her baby away from her husband because her husband wants to, be drunk. And you got a 1-year-old in the middle of this. It's traumatizing to a kid. So that's the hard part to me. Even just, people, deaths, when you run into it, someone got shot over something, this person got hit by a car, or someone's bike got stolen. There's times where their bikes get stolen, and you just see them, they're this short, and they're telling me, to me, if my bike gets stolen right now, I really don't care, but to a kid, that's everything to them.
Yeah.
That's where they put the bottle in the back tire and they start making that loud noise like they got a motorcycle or something.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
That was nice.
All right. Well, there you go. Great answers, great responses. We're about to move into the last segment of the show, Ramsey, but we're going to go ahead and give a shout out to another sponsor, and we're going to make sure that we give a shout out to the Balkan House Restaurant. We appreciate them and all that they do in their support. So let's give a shout out to the Balkan House Restaurant, and then we're going to move into the questions games as well as weekend motivation and then the final word from Officer Hashim. Shout out to Balkan House.
You know what, Yusuf, man? I'm in the mood for some Balkan food.
Yeah, man, me too.
Well, there's no better place to go for Balkan than the Balkan House Restaurant. The Balkan House Restaurant is famous for their doner kebab sandwiches. But did you know that the Balkan House now serves breakfast? Did you also know that all their food is 100% halal? There are currently 2 Balkan House locations, one in Hamtramck and one in Ferndale. But they now also have 2 food trucks, so you can book your next party or event with the Balkan House on wheels. If you're looking for a nice place to eat with friendly service and great prices, look no further than the Balkan House Restaurant.
Shout out to Ziad. Gave a round of applause for the Balkan House. We were actually there this past Thursday, I think I was, and we were talking smack about Hamza. Hamza used to work there, but he's not there no more. And I was talking to the owner, and I was like, you guys miss Hamza, and she was like, yeah, but whatever. Hamza had to move on. Life goes on, right? He has to keep it going. So with that said, so we do this fun thing. We try to have a little bit of fun with this show. Like I said, it's more geared towards the youth. So I like to put them in competitive environments. So we call this the questions game. I don't even know if it's fair for you to play because it's officer questions, and then you're probably going to answer it way quicker than these guys.
Hey, man.
But
don't underestimate.
well, you're challenging him?
I took criminal justice.
Oh, they're challenging you. So you want to grab that buzzer right there that's next to you?
He's probably better than me.
All right, so it's very basic questions, but I'm sure you guys should be able to answer each and every one. So the way it works is you have to let me finish the question, or else Yusuf's going to yell at me for letting you hit the buzzer, and I didn't finish it. All these rules came from arguments, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So we've argued, so we had to implement new rules. So you got to let me finish the question. Obviously, you have to hit the buzzer. If you get it right, you get a point. You get it wrong, you get a minus point. All right, very simple. So with that said, are you guys ready? Can I get an air horn right quick, Ramsey, to just get this rolling? All right, here we go. Number one. Let me finish, Hamza. Don't be cheating. All right. Everybody's for themselves, by the way. If we have 4 people, then we'll do like 2-on-2. But since it's an odd number, it's everyone for themselves. What are the rights called that officers say when they are arresting someone?
I got it. I clearly got it.
Who got it,
That was
Ramsey?
me. His
that
hand
was
was
me.
over mine.
But your hand was right here.
Is it the light?
already,
Is it
bro.
the light?
His hand was over
it the
mine,
light?
bruh.
Look how his hand was already above the red.
Right now,
Nah.
just give about like 5 more seconds. All right, I'm reading the question right now. All right, let's see
Look
who
at his
won.
hand,
Let's see
bro.
who won. Oh, Hamza got it. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
What is it called?
The morale light. The morale light. Right. It's the morale rights.
I got it. Bro.
You ain't gonna get no point for morale rights. What?
Morale.
The Miranda rights.
Oh,
Go
Miranda.
ahead, give a round of applause.
Bro.
Hey,
Bro, it was
I'm gonna be
great.
nice and not give you a minus point, but
Ah,
Yusuf gets a
whatever,
point.
all
All
right.
right, 1-0-0. All right, number
That's
2.
the Miranda rights, dog. I forgot.
All right, here we go.
I have too
Thinking
much
of
money.
Mariah Carey or something.
Yeah, he's about to start singing. That's what I thought.
This guy.
All right, what this document, officers can search your property. What is this document called? He got it.
Smacked
Search
it.
warrant.
Search warrant is correct. Go ahead and give that a round of applause. He got a
He was not
search
gonna get-
warrant.
I was.
No, he was not gonna
Yeah,
get
I
it.
was.
No, he was not.
1-1-0.
I'm not.
He was not.
Number 3. See if he gets this right. I have to
I
give a
watch
bonus
Cops.
question.
No.
If not, this is the final question. So
Yeah,
right
watch.
now, it's against Officer Hashim versus Yusuf to get the win. But if Hamza
Tie it
gets
up. I
it,
can tie it up.
I have
you
a
got a
bonus
negative?
question. All right.
No, he didn't give me negative because I almost got it.
All right. This is an easy one. Okay, and it's a quick question, so be ready.
Yo, back your hand
Yeah,
away.
back your hand up. Give him a chance.
Yo,
It's
see,
right here.
that's
All
how
right.
you got
That's
it.
how you
bro.
got it.
He has an
My
obstacle.
hand's
He has the
right
mic
here.
right
Right,
in his way.
All right, here we go.
Like that.
Are y'all ready or no? Y'all ain't gonna hear the question, man.
Come on, let's
There
go.
we go.
What does "I got your 6" mean? Oh, look like
Oh,
he
man.
snuck it.
I was him.
It looked like he snuck it in, man. Let's see. I mean, I'm just looking for the delay.
He definitely hit it first.
Yeah, he got it first.
Yeah, he definitely hit it first.
Officer Hashim, what you got for us?
I don't know.
I got you. Like basically, I got your back.
I got your back.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give that a round of applause. Officer Hashim comes to the show and gets the W, probably as expected.
No. We're all winners, man.
There you
We're all
go.
winners.
There you go. Shout out to Officer Hashim. So before we close out the show, I'm going to give you some time to think about this. I don't know if you prepared something. We call it weekend motivation because it's the weekend. But honestly, any advice you want to give out there to people, it could be about being a police officer. It could be about being a good citizen. It could literally be about anything you want. As you prepare that, I just want to let people know one more time, shout out to everyone that is a sponsor of ours, the Balkan House, Juice Box, Kawa House, BC Adhesive, Specialty Medical Center, Hanley International Academy, and Sidbees. If you're watching this show, your first time tuning in, this is what we do. But believe it or not, this is our last episode for season 3. So inshallah, for the movement, we still have one more episode for Motivate Me 313 and one
Save
more
the
for the
best for
fantasy
last.
guys. Yes, there you go. So we had to make sure we had Officer Hashim best for last. Inshallah, season 4 will begin in September. But till then, you can still follow us on all of our socials. We still plan on posting content, reels and shorts, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all under Oz Media. You can listen to our shows on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. So we appreciate you guys. If you guys can hit the follow, the like, subscribe, however you guys want to call it. With that said, weekend motivation, Officer Hashim, can you give us some nice wisdom for us for the weekend?
I want everybody to be courteous of each other, and care for each other. At the end of the day, we only have each other. And I guess I see a lot of that where people are not helping out each other. We're on earth for a reason. We're here for each other. And I just want others to, if you see someone down, pick him up. If you see someone there's a lot of suicides, by the way, you know, and that's something where people are also not recognizing is the hints, and you know, people need help. People need help. There's a big problem right now with opioids, with drugs, overdoses. Also that you see someone, try to help them. You know, try to help them. If you see them going down the wrong path, drag them your way. You know, pull them some way. Just, you know, recognize these hints. Just take care of each other, man. That's really all it is. Us taking care of each other. And if you see a cop, you know, if he's on a traffic stop and you're walking by him, just put your thumb up like this. Make sure he's good.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people that help cops, just regular citizens, man, and they love it. There's like young guys that run with the cops. Like, yeah, we're gonna get this guy for you.
Yeah.
You know, which is great, but you know, we don't want you putting yourself in harm's way. But if you see a cop, you know, give him a thumbs up. I mean, I'm sure he's not gonna, you know, flick you off or something. You know, he's gonna give you a thumbs back or nod his head. He's gonna, okay, you know what's up, like you know something, you know, and that's usually typically the sign. You put your thumb up, we're good. And that's about it, man. You know, think about others. Everybody has a family. You know, like I said, like that lady we just lost yesterday. You know, and she's related to me, so it hits hard because I mean she's a mother of kids. You know, she has daughters, and it's sad to see now these kids getting raised without a mother. You know, and I'm gonna let you know right now, we're in our city, in the city of Melvindale, we're not tolerating no more people. We're not tolerating people violate traffic laws. We're done with it. I'm done being Mr. Nice Guy. And, you know, you want to get mad, you want to take stuff to social media, by all means, go ahead, take it to social media. I think I know traffic laws better than you do. This street lawyer stuff, people go on TikTok and watch. Don't apply it on the street. Don't apply it. Because we pull you over for a reason. And you're, at the end of the day, you're still breaking the law. That's a reason. You know, don't apply what you see on TikTok to an officer on the road. Because he knows more than you. You know, don't tell an officer, oh, I don't got to give you my ID. I'm not driving. You are driving. It's a privilege to drive. You know, some people, you got those people that, oh, well, I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
That's the dumbest thing.
You know, and like they get their windows busted out and dragged out the car. No, you're driving, okay? And for you to be on the road, it's a privilege. You either earn it or you don't. You know, and you could be removed off. That privilege can be removed when you commit a crime. You know, and some people don't get that. It's a lot of people, man. I get a lot of people that say, "I don't gotta hand you my ID." Oh, you're gonna hand me your ID. Or they tell you, "Oh, what I do first." Like they tell you, you gotta tell me what I did first. No, get that right. You gotta hand me your ID first to identify who you are, and then I'll tell you what you did. But they're so insisting of telling me I gotta tell them what they do first. That's not how it goes. It doesn't work like that, you know. And this is what I say. Is social media gives them this wrong image of how to deal with the police and how to deal with people, even day-to-day people. I'm sure people at the grocery store see it. I'm sure everybody sees it. You probably see it when you're driving.
Yeah.
You ever get flicked off and someone tells you you're wrong, but they're texting and swerving into your lane and you beep at them and they flick you off like you're the one at fault?
Yeah.
You ever get?
Yeah,
you
no, it has.
You
It
get
has
what I'm
happened.
saying?
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
just everybody deals with it. I had a lady merging into my lane, flicks me off. Like I'm the one at wrong because I'm slowing down for her to continue her cutting me off. You know, just be courteous of each other, man. That's all it is. And I'm telling you, we're enforcing strict laws for traffic, even other laws, but we're done with traffic. Like we're going hard. We're done. Anything we see, even a signal, you turning without a signal, we're gonna give it a ticket, which is a ticket. You crossing a yellow light, you're gonna get a ticket.
I got a question. So my friend, he got a ticket because he was turning right, because it was a stop. It was like a red light, but it was turned green. He was turning right, but there was somebody on the crossroad walking.
Yep.
You take it from that?
Yep.
Oh yeah, because he got a ticket from
They have to finish all the way through.
Really?
Yep. They have to finish all the way.
So you gotta wait till the person reaches the sidewalk, then you can make the turn.
all the way.
Mm.
All the way. They're still considered crossing the sidewalk
Yeah.
because there's lanes.
Even if though they're out of their lane of where you're turning into.
It doesn't matter. You're
Okay.
still crossing that sidewalk. You know, you could be turning in a car can come smack you and turn you directly towards those people.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything can happen. No, they're still in the crosswalk. They're still occupying that crosswalk. You know what I mean? It's their right of way to cross. Then go ahead. They're clear. Go ahead, cross. There's people that tell me, "Oh, I stopped at the stop sign." When this is what they did, they pulled up to the stop sign,
Slow down.
slowed down, but they're still cruising it,
Yeah.
and they tell me I stopped. No, minimum I take is you gotta stop for 3 seconds. If all 4 of your tires don't stop for more than 3 seconds, you're getting a ticket. I'm telling you, we're done playing. Like, we just put out a Facebook post. We're done. And Channel 7 just interviewed our lieutenant yesterday.
Yeah.
We're done, man. We're not tolerating it no more. We're 3 square miles. Trust me, we will give. If I have to give out 100 tickets a day, which I don't make money off, people think we have a quota. We do not make money off tickets. So everybody that has this image, oh, cops make a certain amount. We don't make nothing. I don't get a raise because I gave 100 tickets. No.
Right.
I get,
job.
yeah, you know, it's like if that was the case, I would be every day giving tickets out.
Yeah.
No, that's not the case. There's a couple people I want to shout out. I want to shout out the Oakland Police Academy. That's where I learned everything that brought me here today. And I want to shout out Director Cece and his team at the Oakland Police Academy. If you guys are looking to become police officers, that's an academy I recommend you to go to. That's where I went through. They're not really out here trying to, you know, not make you become the police, in a sense, I could say. They're really helpful. They really want you to pass and guide you through the right way, and they're very caring. It's like a family there. No, it's not like how some people used to say about Oakland, oh, you play volleyball throughout your day. No, I think our PT is just spread out a certain way. There's a small village in the back, which is like a mock town. It's like something you go train. We have a motel. I'm saying we as in like it's mine, but I mean that's where I trained.
Yeah.
We have hotels. We have motels. We have a bank. We have a gas station. We have a fire tower. So like they'll set somebody all the way up top, start shooting down at you like these rubber pellets. So it's like actual training. You know, you're not put in like a classroom and you just run around. No, there's like a gas station, for example. You do gas station training. Like, oh, what if you're in the gas station, someone walks in and starts shooting? What do you do? You know? And I duck down behind a shelf while I'm training, and, you know, the thing penetrated through the shelf. The shelves are kind of designed for them to get penetrated, to let you know that this is not cover.
Yeah.
You know? So they kind of tell you what's cover and what's not.
You been hit by a couple rubber pellets before?
Oh man, I got sprayed by rubber pellets inside my training. I mean, like especially in motels, like they'll creep up from the ceiling for you. Like the trainers, they'll creep up from the ceiling and they'll just start like this, and like they'll teach you. Okay,
Do you have to stop when you get shot, or do you keep going?
no, you stop because that's it.
Okay.
You're shot.
Yeah.
You know, and they eliminate you out. But they teach you what you did wrong because they don't want you. You know, for example, school shootings. You know, God forbid if we ever have one. There's something they taught us. It's called OCTAC. You know, I'm not fully trained in it, but I have enough experience to know, hey, if me and my team are going into a building, this is what we should do. This is how we should divide. I'm trained with a 2-man team, 3-man team, and a 4-man team. And I'm sure one of those days I'm going to have 2-man, 3-man, or 4-man. And whatever one it is, I know exactly what to do because I got trained twice in it. Because the first time I went through the academy and the second time I went through. So I have twice of that training. And I would know what to do. I would know how to, you know, work with my guys and tell them, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to go in. Because, I mean, school shootings are no joke. You're going to go in. Or even if I'm by myself, I'm going in. Yeah, so shout out to the Oakland Police Academy. And a big thank you and a big shout out to our police chief, Chief Robert Kennelly. Very great guy. And like I said in previous remarks, he's a great chief, great father figure. Whatever you need, he gets it done for you. He takes a lot of, you know, advice from you. You know, hey, chief, we need a fast car. We got faster cars than us. Let's get us a Scat Pack or a Mustang. I'll work on it. You know, our mayor is very great, Mayor Nicole Shakira. She just became mayor. She's very pro-police, pro-city, religion, likes everybody's religion, likes everybody. And I doing plenty of great things for the city, which we need some light in Melvindale, man. We need some excitement.
Yeah.
We got Freddy's Pizza.
Yeah. No, I agree. But shout out to Melvindale. It's a growing city that is starting to trend in the right direction, I feel like.
Of course.
And thanks to people like yourself. Final words, final comments, anything you like to say. Hamza T, we'll start off with you. Final words.
It was a pleasure having you on the show, man, especially for the last one of the season. Your stories were remarkable, man. It's something you need to learn, man. Like I said, I feel like everybody should learn how to stop a choking baby. Like, it's life-saving, man, and the people will always remember that as well, man. And I appreciate you for being on the show again, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Officer Hashim, like Hamza said, great words, and just you winning that award in your rookie campaign, it was just, I can imagine that feeling and everything, and your stories and just how you're talking right now and how confident you are into, for example, you were saying you got to go in that school shooting building, like you're very prideful of your work, and that's very inspiring. So also with Oz Media, man, like you said last show, very, very proud of the whole season, and what's up to come for next time. It's gonna be even better. So
I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
We're hiring. All right. We do have some spots that we're sponsoring people. I know myself. I'm looking to work with some guys that are passionate and want to go out there and do the work.
yeah,
I don't need someone, I mean, you're still coming. I'm not the one hiring you, but I know myself. I don't need someone that's not going to have my back or my six.
Yeah.
We are hiring. If anybody wants to do a ride-along, I don't care who you are. It's going to be, I'm going to give you my email. You can just email me, shoot me an email, be like, hey, I would like to set up a ride-along for this day if you're interested in the law enforcement field. And we'll get into something. You'll see how it is day to day. My email is mhacham@melvindale.org. And I'll also have you tag you in the comments and stuff. But again, if anybody wants to do a ride along, we are in the works of sponsoring. Or even if you want to join, we just got a raise. So we're topping out at like 87 right now. A beautiful raise. And every 6 months you get a $2,000 and some dollar. I hate math.
Yeah.
But you get a bonus.
Nice.
Which it's very great money. We're making more than most departments around us right now. And for a 3 square mile city, I mean, that's...
How long for the pension in your union? It's like 25, 20?
So, no, we're working on a pension right now. Okay. Most cities lost their pension, but we're actually working on getting it back. But just the pay is phenomenal right now. We're at great pay. We're beating other cities around us.
Yeah.
And it's great pay. I mean, for you can't ask anything. You can ask for more, but I mean, it's good.
Especially for a 3 mile radius city.
Yeah, it's pretty good, It's good pay. So if anybody's looking to become the police or wants to join, we are sponsoring. We got a couple spots open, and come on in, fill out an application, shoot me an email. I'll help you out. I am starting a little recruiting team, so we're gonna start going to schools and stuff and high schools, and anybody wants to become the police, and we're recruiting. So if you want to join, come join us.
And they don't need a high school degree. I mean, they don't need a college degree. I'm sorry.
So it's good if you have one. But,
Yeah.
I mean, if we sponsor you, also you're getting sponsored through us, so you really probably don't. But again, I'll send you all the terms and conditions and all that stuff. You can even go on the Melvindale Police website and see what you need to apply. But again, we're willing to help out. We got other positions too, so we're willing to help out. But again, it's a great place to join. It's very culture and diverse. You got Arabic, Mexican, whites, whatever it is. Everybody's out and happy with each other.
right.
Yeah.
We're not just attacking you. We're not, oh, you're Arabic, we don't like you, get out of here. No, everybody's just working with each other. We work with each other. We have great FTOs. Shout out Lieutenant Rahman and Officer Ayub, that was my FTO also. Those guys are great. And yeah, and one final big shout out to the best podcast, Oz Media.
There you go, man. I gotta give that a round of applause. Appreciate you. Shout out to Officer Hashim, man. It was a great episode, man. Honestly, learned so much. There's, I might be getting at least 2 or 3 clips out of this show, so we might have to spread them out throughout the next week. Definitely gonna do that one. Definitely gonna do the one with you telling the story about how you saved the child, and then you had a couple more good quotes in between there too. So, again, appreciate you guys all for tuning in and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you learned something. I'm gonna close it out with a nice little joke from Mohamed Saeed.
One more thing.
Okay.
He promised you guys a ride along with me. So if he doesn't give you guys that,
Inshallah, we're gonna make it happen. Maybe even in August if we can
Alright,
make it
there you
happen. Because like I said, that's the month where we kind of like get things going. So that would be a perfect time to do it. And these cars only have 2-seaters, by the way, or would it like I'm just throwing it out there. Like, would we
need
be
a camera?
I'm saying like if we were able to add maybe another, like, couldn't be more than one person in the ride along, or is only one person?
Oh, we could put 2.
Okay.
Someone's gonna ride in the cage in the back. So.
Yeah, that's why I'm just wondering if somebody needs to hold the camera.
It's probably you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm speaking for one of these 3.
Hey man, if
No,
they
we
go to
need a
that-
cameraman, so he
Yeah.
could be one of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we could put you guys in the back.
There you go. He just wanted to throw a jab saying that, your the Oakland, the training place that they play soccer, y'all go to a real police academy, Schoolcraft, Wayne County Regional, LOL. So that's Mohamed Saeed.
Look, let me make it more. Let me make it better for you. Whatever they teach you in the academy is in the academy, but when you get out to the real world, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
So, all academies are great.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not just pinpointing one, but I'm pinpointing
The one that you went to, yeah, give him a shout out. So, all right, well, there you guys go. Mohamed Hashim, Officer Hacham, Melvindale. Did you already close out your first year, right? So, like, what, you're going into year 2 now, or okay?
going into year 2.
There you go. Shout out to Officer Hashim. Shout out to Big Ham. Shout out to Ramsey. Shout out to Yusuf T. This was season 3, episode 37 of The Movement.
The Movement.
We are officially live. We're shutting down for season 3. Inshallah, next time you'll see us all here. Inshallah, will be for season 4. But again, be sure to follow us. We're still gonna be posting stuff up until season 4 begins. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Be safe and have a great rest of your weekend.